feel like they're doing a disservice to grapplers that want to learn. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm better than everyone else, like as a teacher or anything like that. But like, I think I am actually teaching what people need to learn, which is like actually how to grapple. Right. So like, for example, like, if you're technical in jiu-jitsu, you should be able to just be in your half guard and never get your guard passed because you're not giving them, inside position. You're not giving them underhooks, not letting them grab your head and stuff like that. Those are so important. But instead, what you learn in half guard is like, do this sweep, do that sweep, and or this attack, that attack, and how are you supposed to memorize and do all these things when you're not even defensively sound and technical? So like, yeah, I think it's a huge problem in grappling. So I'm trying to really, break away from the mold. And I've said this in other podcasts too, where it's like, to be successful on YouTube, you need to be either first, different, or the best. And I wasn't first, that's for sure. And but I knew I could be the best. But no one's going to realize I'm the best unless I'm different. So, my mind was always like, how can I do things different than everyone else? And how can I always improve? Like that's always on my mind, is always improving. So, I don't ever want to, I want to be the best in every area. That's just like, that's what motivates me. I want people to watch my channel and be like, that's the best channel there is, and, I think everyone on YouTube should have that mentality and be competitive with each other that way. But, yeah, to go back to your question, like, I think, yeah, I, I just don't like, I had the same problem, like learning jujitsu, like how, like, it's just you just learn this collection of techniques and it's just useless in my opinion, like if you don't know what you're actually supposed to do and the objectives are. And in my opinion, like everything is fundamentals for the most part, because you just need to learn how the body works and in relation to the other person's body, and you learn like leverage and you learn what grips to take and stuff like that. But yeah, that's like, again, it's not taught. So like, it's very much, I think Bernardo's approach of like, getting really good at specific things is a very good way to improve quickly. I think Kit Dale's way of like conceptual is good, even though I don't know too much about what he's teaching, and so I can't comment too much on it. But like, I think some people teach concepts in a very confusing way, where it's like more confusing than even like just learning techniques. So like, I feel like if someone's trying to explain something and I don't even understand it, and I'm a black belt that's a decent teacher, it's like, how's a white belt supposed to understand this? So, you know, yeah, I'm not a big believer in like advanced techniques, only in the sense that like the body works the way it works, and if you understand how it works, then these techniques aren't really that complicated.
Because I've got like obsessive compulsive disorder. Sadly, don't have the one where I keep a clean house, but I've got the one where I focus on things. So if you show me a move, I'm like, great, but what do I do with it? Where do I go? And I found myself rolling in like installments. It was almost like, you paid 30% for this. So you'd suddenly stop at a really stupid place because I was like, well, what do I do now? And that's why I like your channel. It's like the do this to this and then watch this. And, as soon as you defend, okay, block this and don't let somebody grab you around the head and don't let them inside this area. And it goes, right, okay. So I know automatically, like I like doing systems and I go, okay, I can do that, switch that.